The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Atta boy,
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Now we owe free pizzas if we're slightly late. I did not agree to this, Biscuit. Now they owe us free. I do not agree. This is terrible. I got to be honest, everybody in the comments. I realized it was 8 o'clock and we were in the middle of a conversation. I was like, oh, we're going to get it in the comment section. Here we are, though. It's Tuesday night. It's Craft Fruit Sports. I'm Mike. That's Scott. Scott, how you feeling, man?
Y'all are some ruthless, hateful shits. I love y'all,
like,
but damn,
like,
scalding. Not even like I looked up and I'm like, it just flipped to 8, and yeah, there they are. There they go, chiming in immediately. Late. I'm like, late by whose standards, man? Come on.
That's a great point. That's a very good point, Scott. Also, I feel like everybody has the comment typed out and they're just waiting.
Oh,
when
yeah.
it hits 8 o'clock, boom, they're setting.
Yeah,
it.
it's clear.
Unbelievable.
There's some hate with the late.
I'm not gonna give you the boo this man.
Okay, cool. But I also no, it's fine. I don't deserve the rap air horn, but thank you for not giving me the boo this man. I was waiting on Mookie to do it. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought he was gonna do it from the shadows too.
I did. I was
I didn't get there in time because someone moved them all around. You know. That was
Wow, Scott. Hey Mookie, how are you? By the way.
Hey, all I know is when I ran the show, we were on time.
Wow.
Yes. Is your mic the correct input though?
Damn it! See, I checked this shit too. Motherfucker,
Scott,
it is.
Tyson said, "Did you put Scott in charge of time of being on time?"
Bitch, you'll never guess who's always the one here in the studio first, muff.
Okay, hold on. That's not fair because a lot of times you sign in 3 hours early and then
That doesn't matter. I'd be in here first.
Yeah, you sign in and then you sit there listening to MLB radio on your phone, like the grandpa yet somehow modern, technologically savvy grandpa.
Don't mess up words there, Mookie. You're getting too big for your britches there, Chief. Let's rein it back in.
Why you think I'm gonna call you a turncoat?
Backwards K. So
again. I'm just saying. The black guy don't be the late one. That's all.
To be fair, Scott did also point that on the show chat today because both Mike and I texted saying we're going to be coming right in under the wire here. And Scott goes,
coming in hot, baby.
Interesting that I'll be the one that's on time tonight. Huh? Just want to point that out. So
I do not live the stereotypes, man. I'm not here for that shit. Ain't nobody getting me on the technicalities. Fuck that.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at here. Also, early tonight, our buddy Joe Hall is here in a black screen. He was here and then he disappeared.
Wait, why'd you put a picture?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Joe.
Oh, and then the OG t-shirt too.
But check it out.
Oh,
ooh.
you.
Oh shit! Was that
you with the brew for the audio only audience that's listening tomorrow? This is Joe just showed a beer and then some actual food. Like he's feeling good. Joe, how you doing, man?
Today sucked donkey balls.
Thanks for asking, Mike.
I'd also like to point out how Mike said he wanted to identify what the people who were listening couldn't see, but then he dated it by saying tomorrow. So that's kind of a fail there, my friend. You fixed one thing and then you broke another.
You're right. They might not be listening tomorrow. They could be listening Wednesday or even Thursday or maybe Friday. Could be Saturday. Who knows? That's my fault for assuming. I apologize.
They could be listening right now. You never know. They could be watching on YouTube with the video off. That still counts. Still got your view.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we got a great show coming up tonight. We're going to talk some of these NBA, the ridiculous.
Excuse me. We're going to talk about the WNBA only. No.
What did I say? Did I say NBA?
You said NBA. How dare you mansplain that?
Hold on.
Screw it up.
Listen, guys,
Oh,
WNBA.
hey, those of us who are non-sexist, we're talking WNBA tonight.
That's right, because that's all that
Are
matters.
you trying to put me to sleep? Are you
How
trying?
dare you, Joe? How dare you? The W is extremely entertaining so far this year. I'd argue more entertaining than the NBA playoffs. We're gonna talk the W, the hot mic moment that was caught this week. Also these rivalries that are sparking up and what they're doing to Caitlin Clark. The Pat McAfee disaster from this week. Tons to get to from the W. We also want to talk some baseball news because Scott, we got our generation's Pete Rose.
And it gets better too, man. There's so many layers to this story.
And his band of merry men.
It's unbelievable. Not just we'll talk because there's so much to get to in that story. Also, CJ Stroud released his list of top 5 NFL quarterbacks. Number 3 may shock you.
Dude, that was another one of those things that I saw come across my timeline, and it just randomly said, this is CJ Stroud. It was like 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm like, that can't be real. That's got to be something that somebody just made up. And I guarantee you, the list that I saw is exactly what you're going to tell me.
Oh, it's real. It's real.
Golly,
it is absolutely real. Also, guys, Kevin James may be the greatest actor of all time, and we'll tell you why a little bit later on.
Before we get to all those Queens, he was good.
He
was good.
That's true. Greatest. I'm telling you right now, Mookie, after you hear what I'm about to tell you tonight, Kevin James,
move up the list.
Greatest actor of all time. Before we get to all that, though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight. We are rating them, as always, on Caesar's scale. Dog or no dog. Scott, what's in your mug tonight? Dog or no dog?
I won't belabor the audience with too much of the in-depth story, but I was telling Mike before the show I was a little disappointed in the beer selection, and when I remembered to stop today, and I said, screw that, I'm going to go home and drink some of the good beers I still have left over. So I'm bringing back Sonder Brewing's Carmen's Carrot Cake, the dessert ale with all the goodiness that you expect from a carrot cake. And this tastes better than it did the last time. And I remember that I told myself I needed to have this with a little bit more of a cleansed palate, because just before I drank this last time, I had some yogurt. And I think it threw off the flavor a little bit, because I can definitely taste more of those spices that you get in a carrot cake. And I remember last time, everything seemed so much more muted. So still a dog with even more flavor.
Nice. It's always good when you can go into reruns and the beer's good. Like
absolutely,
it's bad when you're like look in the fridge and you're like, that's all I got. Son of a bitch.
that is a terrible feeling.
It's not.
I've been there too many times to count, too.
You and me both. Mookie, what are you drinking? Dog or no dog?
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm on the fence, but I'm gonna go with dog because it is summer crushable. It's a Jack's Abbey craft lager called Porch Fest. A refreshing summer lager. It's okay. I expected better, but it's just got some kind of funky, hoppy, bitter. It's not full lager, and it's trying to be something it's not. It doesn't taste the best, but I could still drink 4 of them on the back porch in the summer heat. So, like, yeah, I guess it's dog.
So it's doing what it's supposed to do.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's very refreshing.
I mean, being on the porch is better than being in the field.
Double it up, Mookie. Both of them.
Race card.
Well earned. Well earned. Well earned.
Yeah, this too. I was talking to a friend this last week about the show and trying to like give a little like context to what it is, and they called out the hate for Lizzo explicitly first, and then I was like, yeah, just like guys hanging around and Scott trying to make Mike turn red because he makes him uncomfortable with race topics. Just normal shit.
But yo, fuck Lizzo for real. I can't stand that bitch.
Joe gave a scary look into the camera when you said that. Joe, what are you drinking tonight, man? As you're eating some Chinese food there. Look at you rocking the chopsticks. Well done, man. It takes talent.
That is
sushi is Japanese.
That is
it's sushi.
That's a deep fried crab rangoon sushi.
Oh,
nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts as
But-
real sushi, but that sounds amazing right now.
I'm drinking Kirin Ichiban. And
Great beer.
first time having a Japanese beer.
Great.
I'll give it dog.
Nice. All
Wait,
right.
it's your
Wow.
first time having an Ichiban? Oh, dude, I feel like you're kind of missing out because they're solid.
I'm not
Oh,
a
yeah,
degenerate
Ichiban's
alcoholic
are
like
great.
you.
Wow, unjust. No, this is
Oh
a
my
judgment
God,
free
I
zone.
just-
Though. This is judgment free. Nobody.
Yeah, what the
judges anybody
hell?
else for their consumption or the beers that they drink. Although Ichiban at PF Chang's, getting the big Ichiban bottle. Oh,
Yeah.
nothing better
That was-
than those
Dude,
lettuce wraps.
Ichiban is so good. Me and Mike have discussed Ichiban so many times.
It's also a fun one to order.
It is. It is. I always feel fancy when I order that shit. I'm like, yes, I'm here to do all of the Japanese thing, not just
tried-
eat the sushi.
I tried to get them to deliver me a sake bomb, but they wouldn't do it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
All right, in the comments section right now, I'm only seeing one. Oh no, I see.
Oh, no,
a
there's
couple
two.
now.
Yeah, there's
We've
two.
got a couple now.
3.
Abe is drinking Slurp
Four.
Surfing. That sounds dirty.
I love that name.
It's a West Coast IPA, 6.5%
Ooh.
ABV from Noda Brewing Company. He says it's a dog.
You know what else is a West Coast IPA?
IPA?
You know what else is a West Coast IPA, though?
I do know. Some dad pops.
Little dad pops
Little
coming
dad
to
pop
you.
action. It got some
I'm
new
during.
yeah. Rex is Durkin.
We're
Moody
Durkin.
Ranger Hard Charge Tea half and half. It's a dog.
Hey
Better
now,
than
half
hard
and half.
Lipton and Twisted Tea.
What? Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa! I gotta try it then if it's better than Lipton.
Is now Rex? Did you just pick this up at your local alcohol cellar, or did you have to go somewhere special? Because I don't think I've ever seen a Voodoo Ranger.
I didn't know
tea.
Voodoo Ranger made a
Yeah, like
hard tea. Like that would be the first. I've only.
I mean,
seen
their
like,
beers
their
are all
beers.
bomb.
Mostly just that pack.
Yeah, I haven't seen the tea, but maybe it's one of those that's like in the mixed pack, like the variety
Well,
pack.
I must find.
Yes,
must
I
find.
agree. Sarah is drinking a glass of Bonnie Doon Vineyard Le Cigar Orange. I don't freaking know, man.
That is the bougiest sounding shit I've ever heard someone drink. Lower your standards, Sarah. Join us.
Yeah, what's the weather like up there in that tower? I don't know. I kind of would. My question is it a wine or is it like a?
I see vineyard and a glass of. That's
Well,
definitely.
no, I know,
Yeah.
but what's Boone's Farm's not wine, but like I'm thinking.
Well, I
it's
don't
like a
think
Boone's
Sarah is the type that's drinking Boone's Farm.
Farm. Yeah, smells are like that.
So
I
there
think
you go.
you're insulting her by insinuating.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
There is nothing wrong with Boone's Farm. I will stand on that hill. Nothing.
By yourself.
I was just gonna say.
Biscuit's drinking a nice cold glass of whole milk. It is Kurt Engle's dog for sure.
Oh, nice.
I
God,
don't
I'm
know
shitting
the
everywhere.
story there. Oh shit! Biscuit said he always likes Sapporo, so let's do that. Japanese beer. If you're going to a sushi spot, we going Ichiban or Sapporo because both are fantastic. Both are
Yeah.
fine bottles.
I think I'm going Sapporo.
Okay, Sapporo.
Yeah,
Minty,
it's got the
Ichiban.
black and gold label.
I mean,
it's slightly fancier.
I think I'm indifferent. Whatever they've got, because they don't necessarily always have both either.
Well, I was just gonna say that's the thing. They usually have one or the other. I'm not
no.
turning. I'm not
You're not
turning
going to the
down.
right spot.
Can
got-
anybody
no.
translate what Sarah just wrote?
Joe, why are you so angry? Joe obviously missed the times in which Mookie, quit touching buttons, god damn it.
This is why I don't help. Don't help. I should just not help.
I don't know why you were trying, and then like you knew what he was doing.
It moves. It went so fast. Did you see how fast that whole thing happened, man? It was,
Joe has obviously missed the times in which I've drank Earl Grey vodka. Is that the one you're talking about, Joe? Is that
No, the one where she was giving us the chemical
the-
composition of
You know
whatever
which
the
one?
fuck it is.
The one with the words you can't pronounce, Mike. Nice try.
80% Greenichi Blanc, 10% Greenichi, and 10% Orange
Muskrat.
Very weird.
Muskrat.
It's a very weird composition of that wine. I feel like I'm fucking naming off hockey players here with what's in that beer, in that wine. Scott, you're gonna be very disappointed. You couldn't find a beer today. I had one in the fridge. This is another one that I got from Deadly when we were up there brewing.
Nice.
And you're really gonna be upset with the one that.
Oh no, you son of a bitch!
The breakfast blend coffee lager, 5.3%. It is.
God, it's such a dog.
It's such a dog. It smells amazing right now. Just the whole studio smells like coffee from this beer. Coop did a fantastic job with this one. Hands down. I was about to say hands down my favorite beer there, but I don't know. The one I have for next week might be my favorite. I can't decide between this and the one from next week.
I know which one was my favorite, but the coffee one was my second favorite.
And you can only say that because Dad Pop doesn't exist yet, technically.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Dad Pop update. We got a message from Coop today. He did a little testing for us.
Oh.
Looking like Dad Pops is going to be hitting in at about 7.2%.
Oh,
shit.
Coming in as a heavy hitter.
That feels like that feels where it should be
It is
for what we're trying to achieve here, right?
Perfect
Like
for a dad.
Right.
Yeah.
A Dad Pop, right?
Like you can probably only fit 1.5 in that Yeti cup or whatever you're rolling with over there. So you got to make it count.
But that's going to be enough. Exactly. When you've got that, when you're sitting there at that little league game and you got that Yeti filled with the Dad Pop, 7.2 is a perfect spot. I'm so pumped. Father's Day at Deadlow Brewing. We're hoping for Father's Day. If everything goes to plan, it's going to be Father's Day. We'll know for sure. I think Friday is when we know for sure whether or not it's going to be Father's Day.
See, like
stay tuned.
Because again, brewing beer isn't like, giving birth. Like there's an expected date, but there's a little bit of fluctuation when you brew beer, right?
That's like exactly how birth is.
No, dude.
I get where you're going with that one.
See, Mike sees where I'm coming at
it's
from
a
here.
Good callback. That's a good
this is a callback to those idiots in the comment section giving us shit for not knowing how pregnancy works and expection dates. Like, obviously, we know that, idiots. But hey, again, sucks to be you because we got your view. Put that shit on the show.
Rex, I want to apologize ahead of time. I don't have a drop yet for Joe, but I will work on one. I promise you.
Let's fucking cocksucker.
All right, and that's been your time with Joe Hall tonight, everybody. All across the country, go hit him up or not. I don't give a shit anymore.
Amazing.
Joe, it was a brutal day. For those of you following along, the solar panel that Joe has that charges all of his devices on the walk it's done. It's gone.
Damn.
Not a fun time for that to happen. And also then a little bit of weather came through, right, Joe?
Oh my God. Well, I will give Sarah props for the fact that despite the fact that she drinks all that stuff that I can't pronounce or spell. She did hook me up with a friend here in town that is making a lot of meetings and stuff happening tomorrow for us, which is awesome.
Nice.
But she picked up the cart earlier today so I could make up some time and make sure I made it here because it was going to be a 31-mile walk. And then God was like, you piece of shit. How about this? Big ass thunderstorm came rolling through. I just had my hydration pack full of Powerades in it. Had my rain jacket on. Had lightning fucking striking all around me. One was closer than I thought it was, and it scared the shit out of me. And I ended up slipping in somebody's yard, and my pelvis started popping, and it sounded like if you'd have given me some milk, we'd have been eating Rice Krispies. So I limped like another 2.5 miles until Elizabeth, Sarah's friend, was done with a couple of her meetings, and she came out and picked me up. So Thursday, she's going to dump me back off where I stopped, and then I'll make up I think it's about 13 miles to the Capitol from there. We'll make that up so I can officially hit the Capitol on Thursday. But yeah, it started out great. Once she grabbed the cart, I was cooking. I felt great. I got some new blisters now that I cut the toes off my feet or off the shoes. The parts that are hanging off my toes that kind of keep sliding off have developed blisters. So
that's fun.
I think over the next day, since I'm not walking again until Thursday, I might head over to Dick's and find some shoes that actually fit. See if we can get. I'm going to contact my buddy that was a manager up at Dick's back home that donated a couple pair, and have him reach out to the manager here and see if they'll donate a couple pair, and we'll try to get like some double wides, and I'll probably go up a couple size, like at least a half size, maybe a whole size, and see how that fits, and hopefully eliminate all the blister issues. Yeah, right. You're fucking right. It's always gonna be fucking something.
Let's look at the positive side here, Joe. I believe you said you're now down 25 pounds since you started this.
Well, that was when I went to the emergency room like a week and a half ago. So
down
at least 25 pounds.
That's fantastic, man. That's
not
awesome.
really when you're a fat tub of goo to begin with. Like, it's easy to lose that kind of weight when you're doing what I'm doing.
Well, so much for that compliment, Mike. Try again.
But Mike's dealt
Let's
with me
look
long
at the
enough. He
bright
knows-
side, Joe.
he knows
Yeah,
I don't do
fuck me.
compliments.
Okay, never mind. Let's not. Let's fucking
You can only lose that much weight when you got that much weight to lose. God damn it!
There you
I
get it.
mean, technically, he's not wrong though. Like, yeah, let the guy have his W, right?
Let him cook.
let him cook.
Joe, who are you meeting with in Kentucky this week? Who's on the
The
roster?
Colonel.
The
Yes. We're gonna have fried chicken. Tomorrow at 11:30, I've got a meeting.
I say mental health is important.
But not as important as 11 herbs and spices. I got a meeting at 11:30 to 12 with Ken Fleming, representative here, who's kicked in a couple of pretty decent mental health bills here in the state over the last couple years. He just recently put one in that provides tech service to students who are in crisis. And it was kind of and I'm going to check with him tomorrow, but I was reading an article about it, and it mentioned that he wants to mirror the program that they have in Utah. Well, on the first walk when I came through, I got in contact with Representative Steve Elison out in Utah in the Salt Lake City area, who was the one that enacted that bill. So it would be kind of a cool, like, it's a small world after all kind of moment if I talked to him and that's where he got the idea. I think that would be kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
At 10 o'clock, there's a coffee shop like pretty close by that Elizabeth has a bunch of other advocacy groups. A couple of representatives are going to try to stop by and like talk about what I'm doing. And she implied that she was going to try to put some things together to see if we could get some donations too. So that'll be cool. But apparently once Sarah got in touch with her friend, Courtney, who got in touch with her friend, Elizabeth, like nonstop all day has been trying to make stuff happen. You know, in addition to the fact that she picked up my cart and then later picked up my big ass and brought me to the hotel. Cause my biggest thing was we're not going to miss these meetings if we get them set up. Like the miles will get done. You know, but when we get this close, I'm not going to forsake the meetings and the discussions for 13 miles that I can do in a couple of days anyway. Because all I'm going to do then is like, I guess Elizabeth actually lives like right across the street from the Capitol, and their friend owns a law firm next door. They're going to let me throw the tent up Thursday night. So I don't have to pay for another hotel room. But Capitol Plaza here was badass. They gave us the friends and family discount. So it was like $69 a night, which is pretty nice compared. I think normally it's like 110 or more. So that was pretty huge.
That's
I was
awesome.
gonna say, you had me giggling first, said I'm going to throw the tent up there, the 13-year-old and me love that. And then you said, yeah, well, that's what throw the tent is. Yeah. Pitch tent, throw tent, whatever tent.
Totally different things.
You know what? Fuck you,
Totally
Mike,
different.
right?
No,
Why don't you
it's
try to
totally
get some compliments and see how that works out, okay?
Well, it doesn't work. So now I'm just going to tear you down, bring you down to my level, move.
That's
Fine.
what we do.
Well,
You're
I
high
did
and
want to
mighty.
ask Joe.
Get down here with me, buddy.
I love this.
I did want to ask Joe a serious question. So when you have these meetings and stuff, like, how's the conversation go? Like, are people receptive? Like, what do you talk about? I mean,
Since we're like
better question.
we're like 2 whole states into this. My first discussion when I met with Michael Kreider, 2 weeks ago in Greenfield was awesome because he knew what we wanted to meet about anyway. And we just sat there and we talked about like his history with mental health, why it means so much to him. And then I had him kind of delve into the details of the bill that he passed last year, which should do a lot of really good things in Indiana if they can get everything funded. And that, I'm hoping that's the way this one's going to go. Who knows? Because this is all, I'm winging all this. Like, I don't, I'm not a news reporter. Like, I don't know what questions to ask. I'm just shooting from the hip and, trying to get good information out to people in these states that, may not necessarily believe in their politicians, which that's pretty much all of us. But when it comes to mental health, it might do people some good to hear what the people they've elected are doing for them to help that out.
Joe, I'm proud of you, man, and everybody in the comment section.
Mike.
Also.
You're bad at this tonight, Mike.
He understood the assignment.
That's what you say, Scott, but Rex says I'm doing great. Okay, so
Rex is a liar too.
Man. Tough crowd here tonight, Mike.
Dan says
Lion Million.
Robert says, "Hey Joe, you're still killing it out there." Biscuit pointing out, Joe, you're actually at his goal weight. So there you go, man. Look at it like that.
Hey man, just join me on the road for like 3 weeks. We'll get you there.
And then Rex giving you a tip. Use dress socks as your base layer. He used it in the Army for road marches. Minimal to no blisters. You're welcome for his service.
I had a friend who was in the chair force, and he suggested like getting like he suggested getting like the ankle pantyhose type thing. So not that much different, and I'll probably grab some tomorrow.
Wait, Joe, you gonna get some hose?
Never in my life. I don't have that kind of money. But a lot of the problems keep like happening on my left foot, which is the one, most roadways kind of angle to the to the outside. And since I'm walking facing traffic, so like everything's happening to my left foot right now. I've got nothing wrong with my right foot anymore, but my left foot's like, hey, blister. Hey, eat a dick blister. Hey, here's another one. So hopefully we get into some shoes that are the proper width and, we can kind of smooth that part out and then everything else will fall into place. We're also going to kind of try to dial it back on mileage because we're going to try. I can't get hose in my own.
Hold
area
on.
code.
Sarah earned this one, saying in the chat he could get hose in multiple area codes.
I can't even get one in mine.
That's solid. I don't know, Rex. I don't know how he's going to get boats and hose, but well, maybe if you have to take a ferry across a river or something, maybe that counts.
I want to go back before we
get Joe in fishnets for pride.
I'll borrow your mother's after I'm done fucking her, Tyson.
Jesus!
Joe is
Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988. If you have any friends that are experiencing or you yourself are experiencing a mental health crisis, 988 is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can follow Joe allacrossthecountry.com and all of the socials. Go find him. Donate.
Don't worry, Mike. I got it here. Don't worry. I know exactly what we need.
Wow. Just wow. He said it so casually. I was like, God damn.
Power.
Joe,
yeah, it was just like, whoa, 0 to 60.
I feel like Joe. I could be misreading the whole situation.
I wasn't ready.
But I feel like we're irritating you tonight. Do you want us to let you go? Do you want to?
No, you guys are fine. It's been a rough couple days. It's not a big deal. Okay. I'm just busting chops with you, Mike.
Okay.
Also, when Mookie put that up, I was thinking it was more time for one of these, baby.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, now we're back, baby.
We're back. Here, let's steer this right back into the Crawford Sports wheelhouse because Tank asked a question earlier, before Joe was telling people to fuck off and he was fucking their moms and whatever. Tank said, "Sip, chug, drain, pour drain correctly, Caesar style. Garage beer, tailgate beer, shower beer." This is a tough one because those are some good options. Mookie, you seem like you've got your mind made up.
I think so. I think I got 2 out of the 3.
All right, you go first.
Which means I got 3 out of the 3.
That means you got 3 out of 3.
I got
Mookie,
3
I got 3 out of the 3.
Fuck yeah, man.
3
1.
choices. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna pour drain garage beer mostly because I just don't do it as often as the other 2. I am going to I'm going to chug the tailgate beer because that's what you do with tailgate beer. You chug it, and I love a tailgate, but I have the shower beer so much more often. I'm gonna have to sip the shower beer. Like after you're out there mowing the lawn all day and shit, just having that one cold beer in the shower as you just washed it all off. That hits, and that hits often too. So,
Scott, sip, chug, pour, drain, garage beer, tailgate beer, shower beer.
It's rare that Mookie fires on all cylinders, but I can't disagree with a single word he said. I'm not changing shit, nor will I change any of the reasons.
Joe?
I mean, he nailed it. Like, I was like waiting for there to be something that he missed, and I'm like, well, fuck me, I got nothing now.
Mookie with the coherent thought. It's it's not what I had on.
That's it. It's been a great show tonight, folks. You have a great night. I'll see you next week. I'm out. Peace.
Joe, what do you got here? Sip, chug, drain.
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention to what Mookie said. I was trying to pull off the cap for the beer because I don't have a bottle opener. But
more important,
I'm definitely pour draining the garage beer because I don't have a garage, so go to hell. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sip the shower beer. That was a vital part of going out in my 20s was multiple shower beers. Tailgate beer I will chug because you're at the tailgate. Chug it. Let's get fucked up.
It's like exactly what Mookie said.
That's exactly it.
Like I said, Mookie gave a perfect answer on the first attempt, so I was like,
we might just want to end the show there. Like, honestly, Mookie had a coherent thought. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
We
Like,
probably should have shut down the show there,
that's a
but
wrap.
there's plenty of time for Mookie to ruin this. And,
I'm gonna turn it all back over. Like,
you're gonna.
That was my one mate.
You
You passed me down low. I laid it in. I got my 2 points, and now here come the 7 turnovers.
Normally it went off me, coach, but this time you actually converted. All right, let's check the comments. Gabe said he's sipping the tailgate beer, probably because he loves to go to Notre Dame tailgates before he drinks them.
I was gonna say, and then all those damn Xavier tailgates fucking up our shit for that. Like, thanks for all those tailgate beers that you're sipping on there, Gabe. Maybe you should chug them and not go to the game instead.
He said he's chugging the shower beer and pour draining the garage beer. Do we have a map for Joe? Sarah, no, we don't. I'm sorry. I'm slacking, man. Look, I still have a video that I have to edit because Mookie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm getting to it. I'll get there eventually.
That would have been funny if he had beaten you to that punch and was like, "Hey, Mike, so we getting an update on that video that you're supposed to edit from last week?"
Rex is sipping the shower beer. Nothing better when you wake up with a hangover and drink one.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
That is hardcore.
That's the best way to bounce back, though.
I got to be honest. I didn't even think morning shower beer.
I don't think I've done that.
Not even in college, dude. The morning shower beer in college, is clutch.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that.
Seriously, for football Saturdays, like you.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, but not hungover. That's the thing. Like, I've got up and done it to start the day, but not hungover. That's the next level.
We're gonna get you guys into some meetings.
Rex is the first one to chug the garage beer, though. He said it's good, and then he's drain pouring the tailgate beer, which is that means you haven't been to the right tailgates, Rex. That's what I'm hearing there.
Yeah.
Tyson is sipping the garage beer. What? Wow, that's a take right there. No reason giving, just sipping the garage beer, chugging the shower beer, and pour draining the tailgate beer.
Wow. Ooh.
Tank gave some reasoning here. He's chugging the shower beer and then grabbing another. He's sipping the tailgate. When else do you get to hang out with all the boys?
Ooh,
and then he's drain pouring the garage because your family can easily find
That's an amazing reason.
Yeah.
I mean, the garage beer, I just think is really overrated. Like, I don't think anybody really drinks in their garage unless you live in like the 90s in the suburbs. Like, that's like not a thing anymore. Like, I don't ever see people just standing around in the garage.
I do wish I had an alley to drink in like Hank Hill. I feel like that would be the perfect way to relax.
My neighbor across the street literally only drinks in his garage. He's always out there just pounding brews in the garage.
That's probably because he doesn't want his wife to see him drinking in the house. So he's like, fuck it. I'm going to go work on the lawnmower again.
He crushes in the garage. My man goes hard in the paint in the garage.
3 hours after not fixing the lawnmower, that dude goes back in like, fuck it,
Just slosh. Oh
That's
my
the secret.
God.
He
He's
fixes
like,
it.
I gotta fix that lawnmower again. Still not working. They're like, it's been 6 years. Son of a bitch.
We don't even have grass anymore.
Biscuit is chugging the garage beer. He said it's the best beer. Sipping the tailgate and then pour draining the shower beer. Shower beer gets too watery.
That's because you don't know what you're doing.
Dude, you
Drink
gotta
faster.
keep it out of the stream, man.
Yeah, like there's plenty of ways to not get water in your beer in the shower. Again, making it great.
Also, they make things now that like suction to the tile that will.
Oh, yeah,
hold
dude, we've
your
got those. They're
shower
awesome.
beer. Oh, it's amazing.
They're amazing.
And have you seen that hotel in Columbus, the brewery hotel that has like a refrigerator in the shower stocked with beers?
No.
I think it's
What?
trying to think of who it is.
Is it
now.
Is
Brewdog?
it down by the?
It is
the
Brewdog.
BJ's?
Yeah,
I know,
It's
because
that
that's
Brewdog.
that's the one that every time there's some crazy like shit like that, like beer type shit, it's that Brewdog hotel because they add all sorts of cool shit like
They
that.
do some crazy shit.
I
man.
want to
They
go
play-
stay in that motherfucker.
I
I just
know.
want to go there and pet everybody's dogs.
Dan is chugging the garage beer. He's sipping the shower beer. They're normally great beers and pour draining the tailgate. It's normally a shit light beer, and I never get to tailgate anymore. But he did say he'll be in Cincy on November 3rd, so let's tailgate.
I mean, let's do it. I'm in. What's on November 3rd?
Everybody get Dan so fucked up he can't go home.
The
Raiders.
Raiders are playing
Raiders
the
and
Bengals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't be near that because that's how I end up with the charge.
Robert is sipping the garage beer, chugging the tailgate, pour draining the shower beer.
Yeah, I would have thought it
The
was
other
usually
one's
Friday night football games at the high schools. This is where you would catch the charge. That's what I would have.
Oh no, we all have an understanding when we're making books on those games. Okay, Scott. Like the officers.
Oh,
never
that's
look the other
yeah.
way,
That had
too.
nothing to do with.
They
why
got
I
action on the
catch
game,
charge,
too.
but sure. Gotcha. You're going with the gambling aspect.
Tank, thank you for the side.
Obviously,
check.
it's better
That
than
was
the
a good time.
alternative.
That was a good chug drain pour. All right, let's shift gears here, fellas, and let's talk a little basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
Scott,
That is sexist.
you
We
are
needed a new WNBA only intro. Like,
Sorry,
come
but
on.
First off, the WNBA
I just
doesn't
saw
do
this
shit
from
till I get
Rex.
Something.
What did
Correct.
you say, Joe?
I said the WNBA doesn't get a drop until I get a fucking drop.
All right, just add it to my list of shit to do, Scott. Thank you. Hey, Mike, make a WNBA only drop. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not suggesting that it needs to be done anytime soon. I don't feel like
That's
this is
good.
going to be. I don't feel like this is going to be, a weekly topic. But just in your spare time, bro.
Okay, cool. I
Give it a
just,
chance.
just add that on the back. This
The
dump
backlog.
and
Throw it
carry.
on the
Let's
list.
I'll just
Put it on the honeydew. Come on.
keep
now.
adding on to the shit that I got to do. Mookie, what was the comment you were trying to say?
Oh, Rex said Biscuit's playing Battleship with his shower beers. That's why they get water in them.
Nothing wrong
Sounds
with that.
fun.
Scott, the W is extremely entertaining right now. Like the battles that are happening and like the hatred that is being thrown Caitlin Clark's way, like the one who came into the league that made people like start to pay attention to the W, and everybody's like, nah, fuck her. There are hard fouls on Caitlin Clark every night. She's getting rocked constantly. There are so many media personalities who just continue to stick their feet in their mouth. Calls her a white bitch. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? Yes, Mookie, that is the correct face. Pat McAfee said
Oh,
something. to
well,
the
no,
effect of-
he's a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah, he got caught on the hot mic.
No,
Not
it
the
wasn't a
fun
hot
kind
mic. It was like
Oh, that was live there.
yes,
It
it
was
was.
a show,
It was
yeah.
a rant about Caitlin Clark where he called
I
out.
thought.
and then-
I thought
then
that was
he
that
doubled
conversation
down.
he was having that wasn't on air. Like, I
No,
thought
that was like an on-air instance
Oof.
where he was ranting about Caitlin Clark
Oof.
and said, but and then he tried to defend it, and I guess on a wrestling broadcast, he used white bitch again to. And it's like, dude,
no!
shut the fuck up! What are you doing? Like you,
ESPN's got to
That-
get his ass off.
That's
the air.
a deep
This
drive
is-
to
this is
left.
not okay.
And Jesus God, I don't know if I'm gonna have a job. Like, what are we doing? Don't double. He went on some like I had heard the initial thing, and again I thought it was in between shows. Like the recording I saw made it sound like it was like something that had been recorded, so I didn't realize that was a live broadcast. But I certainly wouldn't have advised him to go anywhere else and say it again in reference to anything. I'd have just been like, we're going to go ahead and tuck that one away forever there, Pat. We're never going to say white bitch ever again. I mean, unless it's like jokingly on your memoirs after you've been retired forever, like, haha, that white bitch, the Pat McAfee story. Like, that's the only time you ever want like, that's the only time you ever want to bring up a reference to that shit again. Certainly not 24 hours later.
Casually gives Pat McAfee the name of his memoirs. Like,
but you know what I mean? Like, right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when you do something stupid like that and you step in it, like, you just pretend that shit didn't happen, and then maybe later on, bring it up in like a kooky way like that, where people can be like, yeah, I remember when he did that shit, like a Mentos commercial. You're like, oh shit,
dude, you remember Mentos? Like, for some reason that popped in my mind this weekend. Like, those commercials were sick.
I certainly don't remember Mentos. That's not why I just said it a second ago.
Man, the Mentos freshness commercials, those need to be making a comeback.
Best flavor of Mentos, go.
The mint
green.
The
you
pink
like those
ones.
green apple ones?
The pink ones.
Like spearmint ones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I like the pink or the orange.
I'm gonna go co-op on this one because I don't want Scott to accuse me of being racist. But it's the white ones. The white ones are the best.
That's because they don't have black ones.
Race card.
I don't think I've ever heard
it better.
I don't think I've heard anybody ever claim that the white ones were better on Mentos. Like the fruit flavored ones are just candy. Like there's nothing like they're not freshening your breath or doing shit. That's why they're good. Like the mint ones
that's
are
the
just
exact problem, man. You need that Mentos freshness to have that Mentos fresh and full life.
No, and Mike needs to sit here and own this shit. Like,
listen, when I sit on a park bench and get paint on my suit, and then decide to roll around and make it into pinstripes, I mean that was badass. Fresh breath, and that way I go with the white Mentos. All right, I'm sorry, that's how it is, Scott.
Actually, Mike, I got another question for you along the same lines. What is Lou's favorite flavor of Mentos?
Oh, Lou just likes them all. He's a big fan of all Mentos flavors. He just pops them just like candy and just enjoys them like a little. It's not as good as the butterscotch candies that are in his wife's purse, but the Mentos are pretty good. Just do whatever you got. Sometimes, you know what Lou does? Lou doesn't even chew on the Mentos. He just sucks on them for a while.
Oh, my God.
On them.
Have you ever sucked a Mentos? Like, talk about, like, unsatisfying. Like, it just kind of dissolves in your mouth. There's nothing that happens. It just all of a sudden you're just like, what the fuck was that? Like, I think it's done. I don't know.
Hey, where's the Mentos go?
I can't help but think oh man, wow. That was fun to go there, guys. Thank you.
Rex said black Mentos is just licorice. And then Tyson said there's the clip for this week. I don't know which one that was. Was that when I said white is better and then disappeared? Is that where that was?
And Joe, right as I'm trying to hit the race card drop, Joe also throws in because they'll never make a black one or something like that.
But for real, I wouldn't want that shit. Black licorice is gross.
It's only edible when it's poured into Monster.
Fair enough.
Licorice into Monster? Is that what you're saying?
He's talking about a Jaeger bomb, man.
It does have the strawberry candies too, Rex. They're not as good as the butterscotch. I would take the butterscotch over.
I love those strawberry ones.
Those strawberry ones were desperation mode. It was like, oh god, this is the only thing that's left. I guess I'm gonna, like it's candy, so I'll do it. But I always regretted it. It always tastes like bittersweet regret.
Biscuits comment.
He said Harrison Butker just sent Pat McAfee a fruit basket.
For real though.
Scott, what do you make of like so there are like a bunch of people chiming in on the W saying that like they need to protect Caitlin, and Caitlin Clark is the one who's made the league relevant, and the league isn't doing enough to protect her, and these the Fever need an enforcer, and they got to do something about all these hard fouls on Caitlin. What do you make of all of this that's going on, where Caitlin Clark is just getting pounded night after night by these?
Oh, phrasing. Are we not doing
Yeah.
phrasing anymore? Jeez.
You walked
Golly,
right up to
Mike.
that one too.
Wow. Walked right into it and then stomped in it. You know what I was thinking earlier? Everybody's
tell us.
right. Everybody is right, man. Like, I don't think that anybody's wrong. That's what the craziest part about this whole thing is. I think that like the black players that are upset with the fact that she's getting this extraordinary amount of coverage have every right to be, because they have been playing and not getting anything. But I also think that it's real fucked up the way that they're treating her, and they shouldn't be doing that because they are bringing attention. I have never paid attention to the WNBA in my fucking life. But this rookie class is everything that, like, I even happened to see. I was like, oh, that Cameron Brink has the rookie record for fucking blocks in the league. Like, I'm looking at WNBA stats. So, like,
Whoa, man, that's
What
that
a
and that.
terrible life.
And he's looking at stats, y'all. That's a slippery slope for a baseball fan.
Hang on though, 1 second, because this is actually impressive. Because Scott, when was the last time you looked at NBA stats?
dude, that's what I'm fucking saying, man.
Exactly.
They have gotten me to pay attention. Like, this is everything that it was advertised to be. And I agree that it's all of them. Like, it's a whole collective. But hey, you're bitter, like black chicks. Like, I get it. Like, you have every right to be upset, but also you're fucking up the church's money, because like she's bringing eyeballs to this shit. She's bringing attention. Like, the money is flowing in because of Caitlin Clark. And like, be mad, but get your fucking money. Like, Angel Reese, like, sitting there trying to pretend like everybody's there to see her. Like, come on, dog. Like, there's been like 10 of you already in this league. Ain't nobody here to see you. Like, everybody's here to see the one that's different, right? Like, the one who's out here putting up the numbers as the white chick. Like, we all go to see Ohtani because he's different. Like, it's must-see TV for the reason. And sometimes you just gotta swallow your pride and accept the reason, and again, make the money. Like, so I do think it's fucked up that the way they're treating her. I think it's fucked up the way that they have been treated. And like, everybody's kind of right. Like, it's racism for sure, both black and white. Like, it is definitely racism.
All right,
It's
Scott.
funny
So
because the
you
Angel Reese thing does crack me up, because Angel Reese was out here like, they're here to see me too. Like, it's not just Caitlin; they're here to see me too. So that brought out
right. Basically,
here's the attendance at non-Caitlin Clark WNBA games this past weekend. 7,638, 4,015, 9,878, 7,035, 3,265, 10,207, 7,024. Attendance at Caitlin Clark WNBA games this past weekend: 17,274, 17,401. Like,
she's
people
doubling
are
attendance, man.
Caitlin
Yeah,
Clark. Like, that's
and you shouldn't, like, she's also like, I get it. Like, there's been conversations in the media with it, like the Pat McAfee thing is just ignorance on top of ignorance. That was horrible. But like, just how the whole conversation has been around the whole thing. And I realized that, women have these unique relationships with each other, and like, it's, this attention paid to this that's never really been paid attention. But it's like, they should be wanting her to do well so that the league keeps this attention and that it can grow. Like, it may suck to grit your teeth and like have to suck it up for a little bit, but like, yes, they will be there to see other people besides her if you give her a reason. Like, if you want to be the reason that they're there to see, then go beat her. Like, go beat her, win the championships, win the games
Everybody's
against
been
her.
beating
like,
her though.
well, right, but that's what I'm saying.
Not that
Like,
hard to beat her.
No, I know, but eventually, like, people are going to turn away from, like, it's novelty now, but like Caitlin Clark won't be a novelty forever. Like, eventually it will level off. But hey, take the eyeballs, take the attention, man. Stop trying to, throw shade all over it and screw the whole thing up. Like, because if she gets hurt,
the Jordan treatment, is that what's happening here? Like, these players are just
I mean, I guess, but like, if Caitlin Clark gets hurt off one of these cheap shots and she's out for a while, guess what? Nobody's paying attention to that shit, and all of a sudden the attention goes away. Is that what you fucking want? Like, is that what you really want? Like, to prove a point and then end up sitting there like, oh shit, proved the wrong point. Like, we played ourselves. Like, we fucking played ourselves. Like, damn, nobody's looking at this. So it's like, you got to walk a fine line. Like, you can be upset, but man, if it was me, I'd just be like, fuck it. It is what it is. And she's doing something great for the game. And we just kind of have to accept that shit. Like, I imagine it's kind of like with the whole baseball integration thing. Like, there were a bunch of white dudes that kind of just had to suck it up and realize, like, yo, these players can play. And I may not fucking like it, but damn it, it's the highest level of competition, and I either get better and accept it, or I get fucking gone. Like,
so wait, Scott, are you saying that this is basically the Josh Gibson of opportunities for the WNBA to take like a leap forward in growth?
Absolutely. The absolute Josh Gibson of fucking opportunities for the WNBA. Like, do not squander that shit.
No, don't waste 50 years not appreciating it and celebrating it for what it is, right?
Well, I mean, just don't wake up one day and be fucking Ty Cobb. Just number 2 at your own shit.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That is
Guys, I have to say there was a tweet that was put out at 4:00 yesterday from the Pat McAfee show. And Pat said, quote, I shouldn't have used, quote, white bitch as a descriptor of Clark. No matter the context, even if we're talking about race being a reason for some of the stuff happening, I have way too much respect for her and women to put that into the universe. Ooh, but you doubled down. My intentions when saying it were complimentary, just like the entire segment, but a lot of folks are saying that it certainly wasn't at all. That's 100% on me, and for that I apologize. I've sent an apology to Caitlin as well. Everything else I said, still all facts, hashtag journalism. What the fuck, man?
Journalism.
no.
Oh, he's going to win a Pulitzer Prize for that.
I love it. We should
as
start
much of a journalist as we are, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I was like, we got to start doing that for all of our stuff. Hashtag journalism, because that's essentially what it boils down to. Everybody has their opinion. He happens to be in front of a mic that a whole lot of people listen to, but he's no fucking journalist.
He's a white bitch. That's what it is.
Right. I mean, like, I was joking, but like, he, that the name of his memoirs could be White Bitch, because that's all he kind of is. Like,
Gabe wants to know who's the white bitch of our show, and only half of Scott can answer.
Oh, well, then I'll wait to the other two.
It's me. I'm the white bitch of the show.
No, it's Mookie.
Mookie, you disagree?
No. It's Mookie.
I mean, Sarah did say that white bitch is her favorite compliment, way more than being smart or cute. Just interesting commentary on her society, but Sarah, I trust your take because your last name is white too. I wonder if that's part of it.
Let's pivot real quick and talk NBA
Turnover.
Finals. Because good Lord,
God damn it!
You dummies.
I love Scott, just so condescending. Can't you idiots click a button? Jesus Christ. Am I going to have to come in here and do all the work?
The funniest thing is now we've figured out that if two of you sit there and click back and forth long enough, it'll just end up freezing on the screen for like 30 seconds.
That didn't freeze. That was essentially the same thing as when there's a dropped call and you try to call the other person back, but they're calling you back. So then it just goes busy. So then you hang up and you call right back again, but the other person hangs up and they call right. So it's busy again. So then you hang up and then nobody calls the other person back, and then you don't talk again for 3 years. That's basically what's happening with me and Mookie in that comment. We both tried to hide it, then we both tried to hide it again, and then neither one of us touched the keyboard. Like that's essentially
that's
what
exactly right. Because I was like, nope, let him get it. Just let him get it. And yeah, Sarah, I made it weird. Mookie. You're welcome. It's what I'm here to do.
Let's talk NBA because guys, I've got to be honest, man. Watching the Celtics run has made me so fucking sad that Caesar's not here to see this, because all I think about is every week how hyped he would be with this cakewalk that the
bro,
Celtics
he's
have
still
had.
following this run. He's still living it
Like,
up and enjoying himself.
No,
me.
I for sure. But
mean-
I'm just saying, like, every week on this show, it would have been Caesar so pumped up watching the
true.
Celtics demolish everybody they've played this playoffs. Like, this has been the easiest path I've ever seen for a team to get to the NBA Finals. And now we got the Celtics and the Mavs lined up. The Mavs have had a gauntlet that they've gone through. And we've got storylines galore. You've got Kyrie going back to Boston. You've got Luka versus Porzingis.
That white bitch. Those white bitches, actually.
Give
Hold
it to
on.
him, Mookie. Give it to
Yep.
him. It's amazing. But man, this is all right. So now that we're here, now that we're at the finals, how are we feeling about this one, boys? Because I got to be honest, like, as dominant as the Celtics have looked, and they have looked great, I just wonder, is it just because the East is that weak? And like, once they get tested by the Mavericks, like, do they fold? Plus, looking at the betting lines, the Mavs are the underdogs, but not by much. They're like plus 180 to win the series. So it's not like they're crazy.
Did that shit come down? The
It
Celtics
opened
opened as massive favorites.
No, it opened at plus 180. The Mavs were plus
Celtics-
180 when it opened.
But the Celtics are minus 225. Like that's a big favorite and a championship.
I mean, I
7-game
don't know much
series.
about
Like,
gambling, but that sounds like a whole thing that they do with. There's a whole lot of Boston fans who are gonna fucking bet on that shit, so they got to set that shit super high just to fucking even that money out.
yeah, so it's been bet
because I don't
down
think
to-
that they actually. There's no way that Boston is favored that much. Because I'm like
Dude,
Mike. I
they're
mean, I
still at
said
minus
whoever
210.
came, fine, but I just feel like whoever came out of the West. I don't want to say that I felt like they were for sure going to be the winner, but I feel pretty confident in saying that at worst, Dallas is going to push this thing to 7. Like, I don't see how Boston is that damn favored. And I'm rooting for Boston because of Caesar. Don't get me wrong. Like, I hope that this happens for him, and I think it would be incredible, but I do think that this is easily their toughest test, and I don't think it's gonna be like a cakewalk for them if they do win.
No, I'd agree with that. I think they're gonna win, and I think, as Mike was saying it earlier, I think my favorite part is through rounds 1 and 2, Caesar be so chill. He'd be trying to keep it in, just be like, nope, like a lot of ways to go. I think we're good, but got a lot of work to do, etc. Conference finals, he'd start to let it slip a little, start to get excited. I feel like by this point right now, he would be all out, like, it's over, let's go. Jason Tatum made it all the way. I'm gonna eat his chips. That's my dog right there. And honestly, I think, and this is where I get scary, but I think this is what the Celtics have been building to. Like, the East isn't good, but it's not that bad that they should have been able to steamroll over. Someone should have taken them to 6 almost by accident, right? But the fact that they've been dialed in and they've won the games the way they have, to me, is like, I think they got it this year. I just think they figured it out.
To that point, so they played the 8 seed Heat, who were a play-in team, who were pretty awful all season long. Like, they were lucky to get a play-in team. So that's, but it's first round. You're the 1 seed. You earn playing a shit team like that. So I don't begrudge the Celtics for that one. In the second round, you get the Cavs. Again, that's the higher draw. Like, okay, you beat Cleveland. Good for you. Cleveland has never been, well, I shouldn't say that, never been a team this year that has been a threat to win the title. They've been a playoff team, and that's their ceiling. And then you get the upset special in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Pacers. The Pacers were lights out against the Bucks. They were lights out against the Knicks, but without Halliburton, that wasn't the same Pacers team. So you avoided the Bucks. You avoided the Knicks as they were playing well. Like, they got a cakewalk. But again, you're the number 1 seed, so you earn a cakewalk, right? Like, I guess that's
they lost 2 games over the 3 rounds. Like, again, even like, because again, these are NBA players. Like, you're in that position, and it's really hard to see how they wouldn't at least give them a run for their money if they were pros. I think there's ways that you could see that they should have been pushed more if they weren't so ready to handle business. And I think that's what's coming out when you're what 12-2 over the last 14 games in the playoffs. Like, there's something to be said there.
Joe, you have a take on the NBA playoffs?
Yay, LeBron!
Yay, LeBron.
Nailed it.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
Let's talk some football, boys. We got to get to this CJ Stroud top 5 NFL quarterback.
Sorry, Biscuit pointing out the irony would be that Caesar would have to root against Texas.
In fairness, he'd have to root against the Mavericks. I feel like this would be one where Caesar would be happy really either way, but he would really he wouldn't be upset if the Mavs win. He would be hurt because it's not his Celtics, but he'd still ride with Dallas on that one and be okay with it. But I just every time with Porzingis coming back, every time they talk about Porzingis suiting up for game 1, I just hear Caesar's voice in my head saying, what did he? It was like Porzingis Dingus or like he had some name for Porzingis.
Oh yeah,
kind of. And I just hear him say that every fucking time. All right, so CJ Stroud was on some podcast and he listed his top 5 NFL quarterbacks. It's one of those where they ask, it's a classic offseason question to ask a quarterback, like, who's the top 5 quarterbacks in the game? So this is CJ Stroud's top 5. Number 5 was Jalen Hurts. I mean, okay. Gutsy pick. Number 4,
not the worst.
Dakota Prescott. Number 3, CJ Stroud. He put himself at number 3 on this list. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Patty Mahomes.
Joe Burrow.
So to recap, CJ Stroud's top 5 NFL quarterbacks: Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud, Dakota Prescott, Jalen Hurts. I notice a slight pattern.
I don't know the shit. Looks fine to me.
Race car.
What's the other half of you think?
Well, I mean, the other half of me thinks that, denied the chance for so long that, it's not a shock to see that this would happen once given the opportunity. I mean, once baseball was integrated, look at what happened to the record books. So, Also, the part of the reason I laughed so hard and thought just, but then, when I saw you put this in the rundown, I'm like, well, I guess that was real. Is the way that I saw the list written out was, it said Pat, Lamar, me. And that made me laugh so hard. I thought, that's got to be fake. Like, he didn't write that. Like, this is somebody else saying, like, who, and sure enough, like, that was how the list must have been written. Like, he wrote me,
yes.
Instead of, like, because if you, like, it's kind of douchey to be like, yeah, CJ Stroud, that motherfucker, the baddest. I put him at number 3 on my list. Like, that's you. Oh shit, that's right. It is your boy. Who knew? Like, I actually think it's better that he just straight up put me, like, just casually, like, hey, list your top 5, and he's just like, yo.
Also awarded Good Guy of the Year for 2023. So.
Well, and again, then that's fine, but it's just like I said, it's just listing off. It's like, yo, I know I'm on a first name basis, so Pat, you got Lamar, you got me, and then I guess I'll give it to my homeboy in Dallas, and then we gonna go with my man in Philly. Like, yo, 5 of us brothers. Who better? And then somebody was probably like, well, there's that kid in Buffalo, like, huh? Josh Allen? Like, nah, man. I guess he's somewhere in the top 10, but he's definitely after us 5. Definitely after me.
I just think
I feel like I want somebody to press CJ on this one and be like, all right, let's go top 10. Like, who's in your top 10? Because
Like how many? Okay.
Yeah, then I feel like 6
number
is
you
like
get to?
Justin Fields, number 6.
Hey,
Wilson,
yo,
number
how
7.
many does he put before he gets to white guy?
8.
And
And who's his first white guy? Does he
I got
disrespect Josh
Justin
Allen?
and no, I mean,
It's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
Joey
Like,
Burr.
does he give to somebody that you're just like, oh wait, it's not even like who most people.
but
think
for
is.
real, like,
What if you said Tom Brady?
I could see him sneak dissing, like, maybe that's how it would be. It would be like number 6, Justin Fields, number 7, Jordan Love, number 8, Josh
Kirk Cousins.
Josh Allen.
really disrespect him. Kirk
Russell Wilson.
Cousins.
Like, just throw in a white guy above Russell Wilson just to fucking dig the knife in.
Right, Kirk Cousins, exactly. That'd be funny to put the most average to the one that is average as fuck. Like before, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Kirk," and then I guess Russ still got some in the tank. Josh Allen rounds out my top 10, I guess. Like just casual as fuck about it.
I mean, if you're gonna make me pick,
who
I
was
have to
in
go
that
that far.
5. Like that top 5 was hot, yo. Me.
Rex wanting to know where would you rank yourselves in the top 5? I think that's the correct thing.
Number
Five.
3.
What?
Number 3, right in the middle. Yeah.
Number 3, and Sarah mentioned it too, so he's being humble then putting himself 3rd. Yes.
So
that
he
is
thinks
the
he's
right
number
play.
1.
You can't say you're number
Right,
1.
yeah.
Especially when you're
Well,
going up
yeah,
against Pat Mahomes. Like, you can't say that. You
No,
got
he
Lamar.
definitely thinks he's number 2.
But does he? Lamar's a 2-time MVP.
No,
Like,
no, I know, but he thinks
In
he's
his
number 2
mind,
because
in his
I was gonna
mind,
say, he would
yeah.
say there's no way that anybody in their sane mind would be like, yeah, I'm better than Patrick Mahomes. Like he's got enough self-awareness and respect for Patrick Mahomes to be like, they'd be like, but I'm no worse than 2. Like Lamar ain't won shit. I ain't won shit yet. So like we're the same fucking person. Like Lamar, but you say Lamar because see. You don't want to be disrespectful because you're still the youngin. So like you can't come in there and shit on Lamar. Like if you're gonna do a black top 5, you can't disrespect one of the ones who always gets disrespected too, right? Like Lamar is always taking shit about not being a real quarterback. So like if you say, "Yo, I'm number 2," and I guess Lamar number 3, like you're also doing what the other side does, just in a different way. Like that's why you got to put Lamar 2. So 3 is actually the perfect fucking spot. In his eyes, he's definitely number 2, but he's like, I'll just going ahead and give Lamar 2. So it looks like I'm humble too. It looks like
I'll give him the shine. Nate Production said, "Real talk. Who are your guys' top 5 QBs? I love you guys. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate you, man. All right, top 5 QBs off the dome. Scott, who you got?
Damn, you went to me? Like I was like, hold on a second, I gotta think of 5 people.
Sure
I'm
did.
gonna go Pat Mahomes. I'm gonna go Jalen. Brock Purdy. Joe and Josh Allen. Like I like Joe. Like see, like I got a nice.
Look, that's almost exactly half and half, Scott.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say I got 3 white guys in there and 2 black. So.
That's
Oh shit! Oh shit! I fucked up, Lamar. Oh damn it! I did what you said I couldn't do. Oh shit!
Wow.
All right,
You were on your own trail.
I know. I stepped on my own landmine like an asshole. Oh fuck, Lamar's on my top 5, yo. God.
No, it isn't. You got Brock Purdy over Lamar. You got Joe Burrow over Lamar. You got Josh Allen over. Sorry, man. Sorry, it's on wax. I can't help you.
Oh, I stepped on
You
my
just
own
Pat
shit.
McAfee'd yourself.
I did.
Race card.
Oh god
I feel
damn
like you
it!
just lost it though is the problem. Yeah, Nate pointing out that you forgot Lamar.
This is worse than all the times I couldn't name all the black players. Fuck.
Yeah,
I had one job.
Shouldn't Scott have had 10 picks, like 2 top 5s?
Oh. I'll never recover from this.
It's a dark day.
Mookie, who's your top 5 QBs?
I mean,
Just say Lamar now. Just cross him off the list.
Patrick Lamar.
Pat Lamar. All right, then just 3 others.
I gotta be honest, I'm thinking of it
There's-
through mostly a fantasy angle, and I do think CJ Stroud as a fantasy quarterback is like number 3 up there. Jordan Love, maybe. I don't know. I don't feel confident enough yet to answer this question.
All right. You guys are both cowards. I'll do it. Joe Burrow, number 1. Number 2, Joe Burrow when he's hurt. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Number 4, Lamar. Number 5, Joe Burrow on the sideline. All right. How about that shit, fellas? That's how you handle a top 5 list. You rock your quarterback nonstop, and then you also throw Lamar in the list.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we forgot to throw Jared Goff in that.
That's how a white man lists his quarterback.
White.
Oh shit, man! I can't believe I fucked that up. Like,
Yo,
after
your top 5
breaking it
quarterback?
down, God, I fucked it
Brock
up.
Purdy, number 1. It's obvious he's the best player in the league that's ever existed.
Hell yeah, thank you, Joe.
I'll give Patty number 2. I'll give Pat his props at number 2. Number 3, CJ Stroud. Number 4,
you should have said me.
number 4, unlike Scott, Lamar.
God damn it.
And at number 5, I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins.
Great list. Man. That's a great list. That's a great list right there. You can't. I mean, look, you can't argue. That's a great top 5 right there. That's a great top 5.
What could go wrong? Honestly, like you use that list to draft your quarterback for the future. It'll work out great.
Guys, CJ also said that he would rather have Eli Manning's career than Aaron Rodgers' career. And he said
facts.
He said the reason why is because Eli's got 2 rings. Aaron does not. So I would take Eli's career over Aaron Rodgers's. Everybody lost their mind over this. Like, what? You don't want to be considered one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the game? Like,
give me the
people
rings.
were shitting on him for this take, and I loved it. I'm like, you goddamn right. I would rather be considered mediocre but have 2 rings than
not only that. Whoa. And I mean, I don't want to be one to like put extra hype on it, but let me put extra hype on it. It's not just that he got 2 rings. It's that motherfucker took down the undefeated Tom Brady Patriots, one of them shits, and then the other one also took down Tom Brady. Like, there's extra put it onto those 2 Super Bowls. Like, we are going to remember Eli slightly more than his brother thanks to those 2 Super Bowls. And I mean, he was just mostly mediocre during his career. Like, his brother is a way better quarterback than him, but Eli like won that shit. Like, let's just say, like, there's no way you're choosing to be Rodgers over Eli with all the bullshit he's been involved with over the past few years too. Fuck that shit. You'd have to be a fool to want Rodgers' career.
Who would want to be a borderline meth dealer when they could be a great comedian podcaster, as Sarah points out? Hence Eli over Rodgers. Yeah. Also, Bizkit giving his top 5: Caleb Williams, Lamar. So still understood this.
Hey, look. I crawled so y'all can walk on this whole quarterback thing. So y'all ain't never gonna forget Lamar.
I can't believe you left Lamar off.
y'all ain't
had
gonna
one
forget to
job.
leave Lamar off your list.
One
I promise you
job.
that shit.
Tank's got Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Tua. That's a take right there. Lamar over Mahomes.
Tua.
Tua's not bad, man.
No, he's not numbers, man. I like it as a unique take. Like, it's like, oh, that's not a name that I would have expected to see, but I don't really have an argument against it.
Let's shift here, fellas. Let's talk some baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh shit.
Scott, we really got guys out here in the year of our Lord 2024 betting on baseball and catching lifetime bans, catching the Pete Rose treatment of a lifetime ban. Tell me about this dude from the Padres that not only bet on baseball while he played for the Pirates, but also did so very, very poorly.
That was my thing, dude. When I read the details today, and they gave the percentage of how much he lost betting on the Pirates, who he was a member of, like, you gotta be really fucking terrible to be betting on your own sport and getting it completely horrible for the team you're fucking on. Like, this was the most amateur hour shit. Like, you know, you want to say, oh, this is our Pete Rose, but nah, fuck this. Like, I want a guy who, you know, would otherwise be in the Hall of Fame to be my Pete Rose, not some guy not just some fucking moron trying to get his career kick started and just doing the dumbest of dumb shit. I mean, come on, dude. What a fucking way to get brought down by betting on the Pirates and losing a bunch of fucking money. Like, come on. Like all you had to do was bet against the Pirates most nights and you'd have won, like, you'd have been fine. You'd have been up.
Fade the Pirates. He should have faded the Pirates.
Like, come on, man.
Mookie, what are the details around the amount that Tucupita's bet and the amount that he won in terms of
he did not win shit, first of all. He lost $220,000 over the course of like 18 months. And they said that his win percentage was 4.3%. Like,
who is this dude, by the way? I just saw that he played for the Padres. I don't know his name.
Just some farmhand. Like,
hold on. Let me get it.
Like, has no prospect pedigree.
Race card.
Oh, wait.
You can't just be going around calling people farmhands.
That's what they're called in the minor leagues, you asshat.
Well, okay. Seems like baseball has a race problem then. Calling people farmhands seems a little
You're
bit
just finding out baseball has a race problem?
Dummy.
Apparently, I guess so.
In
Yeah,
the
you're
year
right.
2024 of our Lord, baseball has a race problem? What?
So
The league that just brought in the stats from all the black guys, they've got a race problem? No way. That's
No
crazy.
way. Fixed now. Duh. It's all fixed.
All baseball is missing is the end racism sign, like painted on the field behind home plate. That's all they're missing now to really drive home the point that they're just a bunch of old white guys. All right, sorry, Mookie, go ahead.
No, you're good. The guy's name is Tucupita Marcano.
Nailed it.
He placed 387 bets, totaling over $150,000. Lost all of it, and he had a 4.3% win rate.
4.3% win rate.
So bad.
Hold on. There's still, it gets worse. Believe it or not, it gets worse. He lost every single bet he placed that involved the Pirates. Every single one. Every single one. And I'm pretty sure he played both sides of it. Like, he'd bet for them to win.
Yeah, he would
lose.
He would have to in order to lose
one.
every single one, because statistically, if you bet on the same team every single time, like, you're going to win some. So he was fucking up at an exponential rate.
I had read that the bets that he lost every time with the Pirates involved a parlay. It wasn't just the straight up bets on the Pirates.
Okay.
Parlays that involved the Pirates. Pirate parlays, if you will, that he really fucked up on and lost every single one.
Also, Rex pointing out baseball's race problem extends deeper because they just hired their best Hispanic umpire.
Hey, how you going to disparage other Hispanic umpires by calling fucking Angel Hernandez the best? I feel like they should be highly offended by that statement, Rex.
But yeah, I just honestly, I wish someone would have stepped in and helped this guy out, because clearly he had a problem. You know, he couldn't stop himself because
I mean, it's
dog shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, he's just not very smart. Like, it's
but he wasn't the only one that he was the one that caught the lifetime ban, but there's like several guys that got a year suspension as part of this as well.
Yeah.
But were they that bad at gambling? Like,
well, that's what I'm curious.
Yeah,
I
didn't see the numbers. I didn't see like what they actually did. I was actually kind of confused. Like, they had all the details for this guy, but the details were very murky at best for how the rest of them got the 1 year suspension.
Like, is there a sliding scale of what we're allowing in terms of gambling that, like, well, you gambled, but it wasn't on baseball, so you won't.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
Baseball lifetime. Is that the
I think that's what it is, because that was the whole thing with Calvin Ridley, where it was just like, well, he bet on games outside of the NFL, so he got that suspension, but you bet on games within your own sport.
Well, that's what I was curious. So is it inside the sport? Because I thought Ridley bet on NFL games, but it wasn't games he was like, it wasn't his.
Oh, team. I thought he just bet on NBA.
Did they get the year suspension because they bet on, like, they bet? Or is it because they bet on baseball but not their team? And this dude got the lifetime ban because he was betting on the Pirates while he was a member of the Pirates. Like, he was a part of the Pirates. Like,
who fucking knows? Like, I mean, like, there is some type. There has to be some type of sliding scale, because they got less time than a lifetime ban. So whatever they did was less, but I don't know what the fuck that could be. Because like I said, I'm not sure what they did. It just kind of listed the 5 guys or whatever it was that got the year suspensions and didn't really go into depth past that.
Mookie, you don't have to answer in the comments. You can answer on air. I was gonna get to it, man. I was getting there for you.
It's fine.
Because there's lots of good comments. Tank wants to know, Mookie, what would you have said to this man, gambler to gambler?
And that's what I told him. Try a different sport, man. This is clearly not your game. Like, you need to find something else. Try darts, maybe. Or
motherfucker, better get some money on the WNBA. I hear that shit.
I mean, right? Yeah, go throw some dollars for Caitlin Clark's team to lose, but her to hit the over in assists. Right? Try something else out, right?
I don't know. I'd be nervous about that because she's been dropping dimes and those they can't hit shit.
If you get her on turnovers, then you're good.
Yes. Turnovers, you're covered.
True. All I'm saying is switch it up a little bit. And Rex asked the question of if gambling is such a problem, why does every single sporting app and sporting event advertise the gambling? Because the gambling is a lot of fun, Rex. Like, come on, dude. That's an easy answer.
It's because we live in 2024 and hypocrisy doesn't matter. And you can say one thing and then turn around and say something else and nobody holds it accountable. And you can just fucking go on with your life. Reasons. All right. So there's your baseball story, Scott. I was so bummed when I saw that break the day after Backwards K Baseball. Like,
yeah. That's two weeks in a row we got sniped on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn. It happened minutes after we got out the show practically. But it's all good. Just wild and pretty ridiculous, honestly. Like I said, I don't know how dumb you could possibly be to get caught up like this.
We've now seen
dumb enough to keep gambling when you're
athletes.
winning 4% of the time.
We've seen 2 athletes in this calendar year in 2 different sports, Jonte Porter and now this dude from the Padres, that have received lifetime bans from their sports. This is just the beginning. It's just going to keep happening. Like, we are going to see more and more athletes get lifetime bans. To Rex's point, every single commercial break, you're getting an ad served up to you for the latest and greatest betting app. And like, it's everywhere. There is no doubt in my mind we have not seen the end of athletes getting banned forever from the sport for betting. Go ahead,
Tank nailed it on the head. Big businesses have figured out you can make a lot of money off of vices legally.
All of them, all the vices.
All the vices. Which is fine.
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice. Yes, Joe. Miami Vice is as the big payday. All right, let's talk real quick here, some hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
I want to go to our hockey expert because, yes, Sarah is correct. Canada has now a 50-50 chance.
I do not like
Cup. How are you feeling about that?
I do not. That's it. I do not.
Edmonton comes out of the West, Scott. You had originally predicted the Panthers and the Avs in the Stanley Cup final. And now
even after the Avs were eliminated.
The Avs got right away.
Bitch, I got 50%. So what are we talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like, now that we're here, we got the Panthers in the final. You were right on that one. But the Oilers come up. Connor McDavid is looking crazy, man.
Fuck that motherfucker.
So how are you feeling? Is this the year that Canada breaks the curse and the Cup does not come back to the US of A, baby?
I think we're in trouble.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
I think we're in trouble. I don't like it. I don't like this mojo. And the Oilers got old flashing titties lady. Like, oh, God. They've got all the mojo right now. Like,
that's his first bit of analysis is the Oilers have a woman who short her boobies. That's why they're going to win the Cup, baby.
Well, between that and Connor McDavid, I feel like we might be in trouble. Yeah, like Canada might be. God damn it. Oh, fuck. We're going to have to regroup after this one, y'all. I don't like what this means. This is why I say the end is nigh. Like, it's all the apocalypse is coming, y'all.
I'm curious to know, like, how much, because this is, like, travel-wise a nightmare for these teams. Like, you have a series where it's being played in Sunrise, Florida, and then Edmonton, Canada. Like, it is there's like no direct flights. Like, these teams are going to have a layover when they're traveling to the next game. Is this travel, Scott, gonna have an impact on this series? And if so, who is gonna benefit from it?
I would love for the Americans to benefit, but I don't. Again, I don't know. Like it just feels like, and yes, like Tyson's pointing out, there. I thought I was crazy, and I had to go back and try to. It took me a minute to like search the correct title, which let me tell you, when you're trying to search titties on Twitter, like it's a whole lot of things you got to sift through. But I was like, I know that in my timeline earlier, I also saw a Florida Panthers fan who had like responded with their titties. So like, there's titties on both sides, but it feels like the Oilers titties, like that went viral first. Like I saw those titties first, and I'm very nervous that those titties are going to bring back the cup to Canada. I feel like we've undone any type of I feel like we've undone any type of goodwill that there may have been for the WNBA tonight by now devolving into titties talk.
Don't say we. Don't you dare
Oh,
say
no,
we.
bitch. Oh, no. That's Mike Berlon, and like he's not getting out of this
I'm
shit.
talking about the travel distance. You're over here like, well, these titties are going up first.
Well, no, I said again.
Oh, look at these titties.
Well,
These
see,
titties
that's
are
the best
titties.
part is
These titties are Canadian titties. What am I gonna do with all these titties? And you're trying to put that shit on me? Fuck you, man. I was like, that's a long plane ride. Holy shit, you gotta go along. Who's gonna benefit from that? Oh, I don't know who's gonna benefit from the plane ride, but titties though. How about them titties?
See, this is why I thought it was so great. At 8:47, half an hour ago, Sarah asked, "When's the last time our hockey expert looked at a hockey stat?" I think we have our answer.
Clearly, the last time titties were on the timeline.
I was just gonna say, I know that
Not
4
Sarah,
titties are involved in this the Stanley Cup final. How's that math and stats for you?
Joe, would you press your titties against the glass if it means Canada does not bring home the cup?
You're goddamn right.
Hell yeah, he's a true American, baby.
Thank you for your service, Joe.
He understood the assignment. You got to press them titties if the service asks you.
Donations. Wait, that's like OnlyFans, isn't it?
It sure is. Tonely fans.
Nothing wrong with it, though. Make
Right
that
now-
money while you can.
Want to see him? Want to see him?
No, I don't want to. Tyson said those Oiler fans' bubes, B-E-W-B-Z, were nice, man. Did anyone get her OnlyFans?
I bet we find out she's a teacher soon.
This is quality right here.
Here's the backstory on Boobs McGee at the Oilers game, and then she's gonna be like a third grade teacher in some in Canada.
I love that he named her Boobs McGee too. Like,
Well, I don't know her name.
Who wrote that headline? Pat McAfee? What the fuck, man? Hashtag journalism. That's
Yeah, see, Boobs McGee. Hashtag journalism. And then you gotta make sure you spell boobs like Tyson did. And that B-E-W.
you know, I will say, as old as we've felt and been on recent shows, I think tonight we've trended back towards our 13-year-old selves. So, like, it's good to flex back every once in a while.
I'm feeling 13 again now that Eminem has new music out. Like,
Hell
like
yeah.
the early 2000s all over again
Lord.
this week when Houdini came out. Good Lord, man.
Good times.
Yeah, it did. I think the last time Eminem was like this was when Canada won the cup.
Oh,
Like,
it was
it's been
2006, right? Scott,
no,
when did they last win?
2006.
Was it 2006? No,
Sure.
no, Scott.
I don't know.
You're the expert. When was the last time a Canadian team won the cup? Don't you Google that shit, you son of a bitch.
I mean,
Don't worry,
how
I
else
am
am
the
I supposed to fucking know? It's been so long, I can't keep track. Those losing ass bitches. Maybe if it hadn't been so many years, there'd be a number that I could hang my hat on. But it's been a
It
long
was
goddamn ass time.
1993.
That
and
is
you know
correct.
the team that last won it?
The Oilers?
The Oilers.
Oh, we're fucked. God damn it. That was when they had Gretzky, too. We are fucked. We are fucked, bro. God damn. This is how it ends, huh? Titties and Connor McDavid. Damn it.
Did you see that power play goal he scored though? Holy shit! Like,
Yeah,
if that's
like
the Connor McDavid that they're gonna
hey,
get.
on a real note, like that dude's good. Like he's really like
They're-
he's as good as everybody hyped him up to be. Like when he came into the draft, because like he might be one of those like, but he's fucking delivered.
Here's the one thing I think though that bodes well for the Panthers is Connor McDavid has yet to have. He doesn't have the eye of the tiger like Jordan had or Gretzky had. He's just he hasn't turned into that dog yet.
Yeah.
The Panthers may be able to wear him down if they get him to shut down and be soft. But if you're gonna turn it on at any point, now's the time to switch it on, right?
If the Panthers are serious about winning the cup, what they need to do is stop playing their games in Sunrise, Florida, and move to Miami. Because then when those guys come to Miami and they get one taste of South Beach and all the bars and the chick, like, done.
And the cocaine.
They're done. And the cocaine, exactly, Joe.
Also, Tyson saying it was Montreal in '93. So I don't know where we got our info. We got to stop.
Well,
can you just reading the headlines?
Can you trust Tyson? Because he said it was 2003 at first when he said it was Montreal. So I can't trust Tyson's information. You're the hockey expert. You know this stuff.
You're right. Shut the fuck up, Tyson.
Miller for three. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
You're right, though. Shut the fuck up, Tyson.
It was the Canadians in '93, so
okay.
Sorry.
Boo.
All right. Well, let's hope. I guess.
But did they have titties? Just saying.
I mean, I think there were breasts in 1993.
I feel like breasts have existed since 1993.
At least.
Fake news.
Guys, I have a golf story for you.
Playing a game of whack fuck here.
Whack.
Kevin James is officially the greatest actor of our generation. He is put him right up there with.
He's going to play Tiger Woods.
Close, Joe. You are so close. Kevin James has been tabbed to play John Daly in an upcoming limited run series that is being produced by Gary Valentine.
Called White Bitch.
Co-starring Pat McAfee.
Starring Kevin James.
Kevin James showing his range because if you recall, recently Kevin James played the part of Sean
Payton.
And now he's playing John Daly. This dude's range is unreal.
Have you seen him as Sean Payton? It's not good.
I watched
whoever saw
that movie and I was like, I'm out. I'm
done.
No.
I've only seen bits and pieces, but every time I see him, I'm like, did anybody really think Kevin James and Sean Payton looked alike or had the same demeanor or anything? Like,
I don't know. I don't understand the cast.
I would be pissed if I was Sean Payton. And I don't have anything against Kevin James, but damn.
You think when that came across Sean Payton when he licensed out the story and they're like, all right, we're gonna get this movie together for you. And he's like, great, yeah, that sounds good. Just let me know, let me know who's playing me. Who's it gonna be playing me? Is you gonna get Brad Pitt? Who are you gonna get to play me? You're gonna get Ryan Reynolds to play me? And they're like, we got Kevin James. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
I would cancel production right then and there. They'd be like, no, this project is done. We're walking away. Oof.
Mookie 2-0 USA right now.
Nice. I mean, that's what it should be, though. That's why I'm wearing the stars and stripes for tonight because Emma's making a huge impact on the program. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I'm not expecting a whole lot this summer, but we're building towards the next Women's World Cup, and that's what's important. So progress,
guys. Is Kevin James the greatest actor we've ever seen? I need an answer to this. Is Kevin James the man who played Sean Payton and will soon play John
He can redeem his Sean Payton portrayal if we get the drag and flick as Daly in the fucking movie. If we get that, then he will have totally redeemed himself.
Is he gonna be like young John Daly? Like, what? I want to know about this movie. I have so many questions about this movie because is it like John Daly now? Is he John Daly now, or is he like John Daly like on tour, like crushing Miller Lite, smoking cigarettes?
Oh God, it's got to be that. Why wouldn't it be that?
I mean, I guess that's the same as John Daly now. That's the same John Daly. I guess it doesn't matter. Plop him in any timeline of John Daly. That was John Daly. But I can't wait for the scene where Kevin James as John Daly ends up getting.
I guess Mike finally read Biscuit's comment.
Biscuit saying, "Did you not see Hitch? Fuck yeah, he is the greatest actor." Yeah, it's. God damn it, Mookie. God damn it.
We did it. We did it that time. Only took.
I just stopped because I knew it was going to go on forever. Tank saying he needs to go hard R-rated Daily. I read that real quick at first. Hang on. I read that real quick at first, and I was like, when did Daly say the hard R? Like, I'm sure he has. I'm not shocked by John Daly saying the hard R, but
he's probably said it on tour. To Tiger.
To his face.
What are you going to do about it?
Right. I was just going to say, like, yeah. Suck on that. N-word. Hard R.
Tiger's like, big dog.
I had to bring in.
That's
Earl, you hear what the fuck
far,
he's doing to me? That's my guy right here. He's the only one who hasn't like taken my shit. Like he doesn't give a fuck who I am. I like this guy right here. I'm gonna go to Perkins. I'll be back.
Hey, Perkins or Percocet?
Whatever's clever, baby. For shizzle.
Goodbye fried rice, hello fried chicken.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
yeah, man.
I can't even talk.
I can't breathe. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking, Scott. What were you drinking?
I did a revisit on Saunders carrot cake dessert ale. It's a dog. Like I said, even more flavor than I thought it had before. So if you like carrot cake, or if you just like those fucking spices that are in carrot cake, it's a spice cake, pumpkin pie, kind of all same fucking family. Good shit. Dog.
Mookie, what were you drinking, dog or no dog?
I had Jack's Abbey Porch Fest refreshing summer lager, and it's a dog. Yeah, crushable, and it is a refreshing summer lager, so it tracks.
Joe was hanging out and actually drinking tonight. Joe, what were you drinking, dog or no dog? Look at this sexy pose that Joe has here.
This is how my Tonely fan starts. I had the Kirin Ichiban. Like I said, first time having a Japanese beer. Dog.
Great.
I drank all the cheap shit in college.
I was drinking Deadlow Brewing's Breakfast Blend Coffee Lager. Absolutely a dog. One of my favorite beers to have. It is fantastic. And then soon it'll be Dad Pops because that's coming. Guys, guys, you know what this was?
This is a show.
This is a show, all you white bitches. That's from Biscuit saying Pat Burlon. This was a show. We did some shit here, fellas. I came in hot. That music comes in hot.
Outro.
It's a good outro, though.
Get it.
I love it.
Thank you guys so much for
It's good
tuning
play
in.
with my phone.
I didn't hear you. All right, there's Joe jiggling. Speaking of views, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. All the comments are appreciated. Be sure to go hit that like button right now. That helps put us in front of people. And tell a friend. If you know somebody who would like the show, tell them to tune in. Make sure that they watch so that they can see all this ridiculousness, all these all this absurdity. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's tons of fun stuff coming up there. Me and my wife are going to review Urban. We got some other plans coming your way. So be sure you're sub to YouTube and tell a friend to sub too. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Crafty Sports, on all of those. Join the Facebook group. It's kind of fun there. It's really the only reason to keep Facebook. And shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great pods on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
White bitch. #journalism.
You'll never walk alone, dog.